so we have the MagicCon Festival in a Box, Vegas. They did this last year with the Festival in a Box, but it was the Mox in a Box stuff. So you got all the Mox Opal.
Mox Tantalite and Chrome Mox.
And then the Soul Ring was in there as well.
I didn't buy it. It was a little rich for my blood.
The Dan Fraser one. So we got it going again here. This time they're revealing... There's some other stuff in this. I think I might like this one better than the one that was last year. I don't think the cards are as good. So that was the good thing about the last year one with the Mox in a Box stuff. I think the cards had higher value. You had a big, you had the Mox Opal that was in there, and that was the big dog in it. This has, good cards. Nothing that's crazy, but we get these collector boosters. So let's kind of break this down.
But couple questions.
Yep.
Sorry. Do we know if this is limited quantity?
Yes, I did read somewhere that it did say limited quantity, and it doesn't say it on there. It might be on the last slide that I have.
Okay. And then we do know that we believe this is being released during basically MagicCon Vegas.
Yes. So this will also
in
people
October,
that are going to the Vegas MagicCon. You can get this as well there. And it's $250. So just like last year's. Okay. I did not see a shipping date, but I am assuming because this doesn't release until the Vegas MagicCon that it won't be until 10/23. So October 23rd. At least then.
At least.
Because this might go a little bit later. We'll see. But so this is an early buy, and you won't see this for a few months. But let's get the breakdown really quick. I do want to mention, and I will mention this again when we get to the next secret layer, but when we talk about breakpoints, what that means is it's the number it would cost, how many things, like for example, how many of these you could buy to break even and start keeping one of them for yourself as a free copy, because that's always the goal. You want to collect stuff and all that. So the breakpoint, when you say like a breakpoint 3, it means that if you buy 3 of these, that's how many it takes to get it so you break even, and then everything else is profit after that. Yeah. Typical mature timing on things is 10 to 16 months on a lot of stuff. And then, what else? I think that's it. So,
I mean, but with this being a new product with Mystery Booster 2,
this is going to be different.
I would think that you want to, if you were looking at selling a box of that ASAP.
Yes.
Am I thinking right there?
Yep. So, yeah, with this being very new, a lot of this is going to be try to sell as soon as possible. But yes, especially the mystery box, mystery booster box. So we'll get to the box here in a little bit. At the end, I can kind of give a idea of what happened to me with the last year one. So let's go to the first first card here, Lowry.
All right. So you got Reya Dawnbringer that during your upkeep, you can bring a creature card back from your graveyard to the battlefield.
So these
pretty cool old school card.
Yep. These, and this is in those like the Planeswalker chibi, whatever they're called, art. Right? I mean, whatever. Pop. Yeah, whatever. We always do the same thing every single time we get there.
Anything that isn't Magic IP, I don't really know what it is.
But all these are in foil. There are 4 cards that won't be in foil. When we get to those, I'll let you know. Okay. So this one's in foil.
This section.
Yep, this section's in foil. So yeah, this is how many decks play this? 22,000 decks have Reya Dawnbringer in there. So, yeah, it's a pretty sweet one.
Nice. Old school.
Yep. Then we got a newer-ish card.
That's pretty cool. Orvar, the all form. That's the one that makes copies whenever you target one of your own permanents.
This one's right around that same
range. It's a pretty cool
too.
card.
19,000 EDH rec decks. Both those. The other one was about $10 is what I'm estimating. This one's about 12. It might be higher just because of the limited quantity stuff, but, we'll break it down at the end here.
Yeah, and then you got Drana, the last Bloodchief. Is this bringing something back from the graveyard as well?
When it attacks, if any player chooses a creature from your graveyard, return that to your battlefield additional 1/1 counter.
It's all right.
I like the other Drana better, the one that does the X plus or X minus. You know which one I'm talking about? The OG Drana?
The first Drana. Yeah, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
Because there's another 3-mana one that has first strike and puts counters on stuff. So
yeah. So this one's in 17,000 EDH rec decks. And then we got this little guy.
Lavinia, Azorius Renegade, and that's the one that makes it so that players can't cast non-creature spells with mana value greater than the amount of mana that they have. And then whenever an opponent casts a spell, if no mana was spent to cast it, counter it.
So this one gets used quite a bit. 34,000 EDH rec decks. People don't like free spells, so that's a good way to stop it.
It's a good hate card.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then probably the most expensive of this drop is Mr. Omanth here.
Yeah, he looks like a fat little pud in this one.
Does.
Omanth, Locus of Creation. So that's the red, green, white, and blue one with the triple landfall. So gaining 4 life, getting 4 mana, and then dealing 4 damage to each opponent.
Yeah. This is the one that you made the deck with, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a sweet card, but I'm gonna admit this is not the art that it looks like a Jello mold.
Yeah,
like
it does, but it's cute. That's what it's supposed to be, right? It's cute.
Okay, yeah, you're right, but it doesn't. It's just like a blob. Yeah. I don't know about this one.
So this one's in 21,000 EDH rec decks. The interesting thing about this is it is competing with a promo no text card, right. And that one is a $95 card.
That one's how much is it?
95.
Yeah.
So did not put that in this. I think this one would be about probably about 20 is where it's probably going to end up. It's not going to be the most premium version. So yeah, out of the cards, all of those are in foil. Now we get into what they called like the promo pack, which is weird, but whatever. These will be in non-foil, the next ones here. So we're starting off with this sexy ass card.
So you got a John Avon Plains, which is just kind of like some white lotuses floating for the clouds. It looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks.
I'll admit that.
It looks amazing. I wish it was in foil, but yeah. So we got a Plains there. We're not getting any other basics at this point. So then we move on to a Secret Lair card that's already been in special Magic Cons.
A lot of. So, but Swords of Plowshares and it's like a Pilsner Urkel character, like a weird penguin with hands.
They had this in, I believe it was the Amsterdam Magic Con that just happened a couple months ago, and so it was like the special thing they gave there. And currently that is going for $60. I don't think this is going for 60 because now it's going to be more available to everybody.
Yeah,
I think that's going to drop this price down to probably like $20 at that point. This is a 1.23 million deck, so it gets used.
It gets used.
Yeah. So this one,
It's one of those cards where like Soul Ring, Command Tower, you can have as many different versions as you want. You're always gonna be cool with it.
Yep. Then we got another big dog in this because this is in 281,000 decks.
Yeah. Ponder with a hungry turtle eating hot dog, pizza, and donut.
Oh man, those all look good.
Yeah, I mean that's a Ninja Turtle if I've ever seen one. But it's a snappy. And this was given away at a con as well.
It was Magic Con. I think it was Chicago, if I remember right.
Yeah, that
we
sounds
had a few
right.
people. I think Aku went there, so I think it was the Chicago one. So again, this one's going for 40 at the moment. I think this one will drop down to 20.
Probably,
because it's up there in price because of the rarity. And then we get again, these are all non-foil. These ones.
Hey AJ.
I don't want relationship.
I just want bang bang bang.
I don't want to know your name. I just want bang bang bang.
Hey, that came in clearer this time on the audio part.
The first time after 2-3 years.
Yeah.
All right.
But we get a play test card. So what is this play test card here, Lowry?
I don't know. Convention Morrow. I don't read cards I can't use. I'm not.
I don't know where this is going to be in pricing. It's just a play test.
I don't like the convention cards. They're uncards to me. They're unusable, so I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't like fun, so sorry.
Wah, wah, wah. All right, so let's see. I think that's it for the cards now. Okay, so this is the actual breakdown. Like I mentioned, it's $250. You also get the 3 collector booster packs. So we get one of Lost Caverns of Ixalan, one which is running at $38 at the moment. One collector booster Wilds of Eldraine, which is running at $33, and one Commander Masters, which is at $63 currently. The mystery booster box is also included. Mystery booster box, mystery booster 2. And I don't know. Do we have all the reveals yet? I don't feel like we have because there's
no, I don't. Nothing that I've seen. Like, I expect this to be about 1,000 cards. Like, it's a cube.
The last one. Yep.
Yeah. And they look really cool though. Like, it's unique this time, and I like that aspect.
Yeah, the future sight and the white border stuff is really,
white border,
really sweet.
Future sight border. And there's something else, right?
Those are the two.
Maybe that's
ones.
it. But they're pulling in like old arts from Vanguard for the old like Gix and Urza. Like, I love it. They're pulling out a lot of interesting ways of doing it. So it's a lot better than a little, Planeswalker stamp in the bottom left corner.
Yeah.
Where like you can easily miss if this is a mystery.
Right.
And then also that it's really not even sure if it's a list card or a mystery booster.
Right.
Like,
that's a good point there. Yeah.
I like how this makes it different, and they look great.
And they're even pulling in. Oh, a lot of good I remember
cards.
what you were thinking. They're pulling in some arena cards. That's also what's going to be in this.
Yes.
So we also get more playtest cards and arena cards. So like the one that makes it so you bring in the Power 9 comes into your deck or whatever it is, which is crazy. I want to play that card, but they're doing the like acorn thing again or whatever, like they do with
with the
unsets. So, but okay. So mystery booster box. To give you an idea, the last one, which was at the end of their run, they weren't making any really anymore. When this Secret Lair last year came out, those boxes were running at about 190 to 200, and by the time I got mine in my hand and I put it up on eBay, the prices tanked down to about 150. So I unloaded the mystery booster boxes at 150 a piece. I think that's the bottom. I think this is going to be much higher than that. I think, what else were you seeing here? Yeah, the Oracle of the Alpha. Yeah, that's going to be a really fun card in there. But so I think I priced it on the low end just to give you guys a bottom price of everything.
So at least 150 for a box of mystery booster.
Right. At the very bottom, I think it's going to be a lot higher than that. So all that being said, the total value of everything in this, and let me back it up to the beginning just so we can kind of look at them instead of the little guy there. So the total value of all of this stuff comes out to about $411. So you're paying $250, you're getting $411 of value. That's if you just sell the packs by themselves, don't open them and all that stuff. If you take away fees, shipping, all that stuff, it brings you down to about $329. So that gets you about $80 in value, which is it's not bad, but you're dropping a lot there. For me, I would almost just want to open these, especially since the mystery booster is going to be new. So I wouldn't want to like try to sell that much, and all these are going to go collection wise. But if we go with the breakpoints, that is equivalent to a breakpoint of 4. So if you bought 4 of these, which that won't be possible unless you do multiple emails, because they're only allowing you to buy 3 of these at one time. But if you bought 4 of them, you'd be able to get this whole thing for free. So that's kind of where we're at there. That being said, Laurie, does this pique your interest at all? Is this something that I guess we do the is it worth it? Is it
worth it?
Is it worth it? Or is the price wrong?
Is wrong.
You know what? I like this one.
Ooh.
It's because it's new. I think if we did this in like 3 years, that'd be a nah. But with the mystery 2, fresh, new, and that's a selling point. Like, it's gonna be at least 150 to buy it.
Yeah.
And for another 100, you get 3 more collector's packs and then some cool cards. Like, I love that Ponder. I enjoy that Swords of Plowshare. So the Plains doesn't do much for me, but I've already talked about that in the past. So I like Orvar, I like Omanth, like they're good cards. So
yeah.
I'm gonna say I do think it's worth it. Am I gonna buy it? I am on the fence.
Yeah. Okay. So I was gonna go all out on this one. until we got the D&D, which we'll talk about that in a little bit here. But the D&D,
right?
has
That's
really
the thing that makes me
changed some
hesitate.
things. But I am definitely getting one at least for my collection. Like you said, most likely the retail of the mystery booster box is going to be probably $250. Like it's probably going to be pretty close to what this is going for. If you're trying to buy the mystery booster box in a month or two, that's probably going to be the going rate. So this one definitely for me, it's definitely worth it for me. I think this could be fun. Like you said, opening up the mystery booster. Like,
yeah. And they're saying cabin weekend draft, baby. That could be fun.
Yeah.
That could be fun as a draft.
A draft for sure. Yeah. Well, okay. So if people don't know how, and I didn't realize this until more recently, but how mystery booster boxes are is basically there's a slot. Each card slot has, so you have what is it? 15 cards in a pack. Each slot has one version. There's 100 different versions that could be in that one slot. So each card slot has a certain, like, this is the possibility of this certain card to be in there.
Okay.
So there's 100 options. You're never going to get, like, unless there's that foil extra one. I don't know how the work, if that's going to be the same with this, but you're never going to have the same 2 cards in a row because this one card can only appear in that first slot. This card can only appear on that second slot, but there's 100 different cards that could be in that slot. So that's why it really doesn't affect reprint stuff. So like, it's like, oh shit, Monovault should have dropped in price. No, because right. Is a very rare.
And I don't remember, like, nobody really
like
knew what the first mystery was going to do. And it did drop prices on a lot of cards. And then when it didn't actually do, like, it didn't really supply much, the cards rebounded pretty quick.
Yeah.
And but that was also like beginning of COVID.
Yeah. That was.
And so it was a little tough so I don't know if we can use the first box to say what's going to happen now either, because it was such a weird time frame. So I don't know. I mean, the cards look cool. They're different enough. They're unique enough.
Yeah, and Marcus is saying here, he said each slot is a full sheet. So each spot is a full sheet that potentially can go on that one slot. So that's kind of crazy. Like, there's that many cards in it. But okay, so mystery booster. This one should be fun. Goes on sale on Monday.
Fine. The comments got me buying the box. I'm gonna. I guess I'll check my bank account, but. I'll see.
Hey, I was gonna mention this to you. I have your from selling stuff for you on eBay. I have a check that I can give you that I can buy this box. How about that? I can bring it to you tomorrow.
Well, you just buy it for me.
All right. So 121 is what Ted. Are they? Oh, I don't know if they're
per sheet.
Per sheet. Okay, let's move on to the next.
This is next Monday. Mystery Booster 2. People seem to be excited about it. Be ready.
A limited quantity, like I said,
or
3 per person, 250. All right, so we're good there. Hey, gang, the best way to support the Commander Smiths is to make sure you slap that like button. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe to our channel. Also, check out our online store, commandersmiths.com, where we have metal tokens, mugs, t-shirts, playmats, and more.